Hi guys, this is Courtney Bertin from Diamondback Protective Services, and you will know me, or rather you won't know me, because I'm generally the face behind the camera. So I decided to make my first video tonight about something I am fairly irritated slash passionate about. I've heard people talking lately especially about firearms being an equalizer in bad situations, particularly for women. I don't agree with this. Before you guys all get up in arms about it or worry about it too much, just hold off for a few minutes, let me explain my position. So this is particularly going off of a commercial I've seen recently. It's a Glock commercial. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's called The Wrong Girl or something like that. So if you haven't seen it or don't feel like looking for it, I'll give you a quick synopsis of it. Basically, a pretty woman is watching TV. A man suddenly decides to try and break in, but she's ready and waiting with her Glock. She points it at him. He sees that she's pointing a Glock at him. He faints, and she's her own heroine. Okay, herein lies my issue with this scenario or situation. Okay, I feel like women have been sold a fairy tale along with their concealed permit license or with their weapon. We're sold the lie that this gun will solve all of our problems that we will face with no fuss, that we'll never be challenged when we have a gun in our hand, and that the likelihood of us having to use this gun once we have it is virtually nil. Because of this law, I know this is a sweeping generalization. Obviously, I don't fall in this category, so bear with me here. I'm not saying every woman, but the vast majority of women. Okay. Most women, because of these lies, have neglected to train. We think we won't have to pull the trigger, so we don't practice it. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that you absolutely will have to pull the trigger every time you pull your weapon out, but you should be prepared. You know, you need to be prepared in the event that the bad guy doesn't run away and you have to do something about the problem. Okay? We haven't prepared ourselves mentally and emotionally for the possibility that we will have to take another person's life. You know, I've heard it a dozen times. When someone's threatening me or my babies, I will find the strength and the mentality to do what I have to do. I won't have a problem then. But they can't stand and won't even entertain the thought of shooting somebody, you know, before the situation comes up. Okay, another thing, many women won't practice because they're afraid of the weapon that they're hoping will save their life. Okay, they feel that when the time comes, that their fear of a bad situation will overcome their fear of the weapon itself. Okay, a handgun is a tool, no more and no less. But it's a tool that has a risk of harm whenever it's mishandled. You know, not just the risk of you shooting somebody else, but the risk of being shot with your own weapon because of a lack of training. So my point is this, you know, a gun in and of itself is not an equalizer. It's the training and the mindset behind it that levels the playing field, so to speak. You know, we need to clear the air and make sure that we're no longer buying or selling these lies to people. We as women need to train, we need to study, and we need to think about all of these things. So thanks for watching. Leave your comments below, and remember, the more you sweat in peace, the less you bleed in war.